less bits, more frames.
Yep. Okay. I think we are ready. Oh, did it die again? No, it's good.
Hello,
Perfect.
people. We are the average Superplay enjoyers.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that was a good introduction of the guest.
Yeah, it's Ansel. He's their special
It's
guest.
Ansel.
Hey,
You
hello,
can help
guys.
us out. Yeah,
My
those we
name is
don't
Radian
know.
Ansel, and I enjoy a lot of horror games, Darius, Gradius, very quirky games, pretty much. It's a lot of pleasure for all of you.
Mhm.
There could be a hint of what we can expect from the 2 replays we're going to watch today.
Maybe a little bit. You want to give a quick introduction to what exactly the crypt is?
Yeah. What is the crypt? So we have found this ancient website. We're not giving it away just yet, but I mean, if you're searching for it, you can find it. It's still online, and that's a surprise to all of us that it is actually still online because it goes back to, I think, even the early 90s. But most of the replays that are on there, all ancient IMPs, are from the early 2000s. So I say the probably the main time frame would be like 2000 to 2005, and the replays for today will be from that era as well. The players themselves are not only Japanese but also Chinese and Korean. So those three, I think, are the main countries contributing to that website or having contributed. It's long dormant at least, but it's still online. And all in all, we have over 500, 575 INPs on there we could theoretically play back. So that's a lot of episodes. And unfortunately, as you would expect from an ancient crypt, you are discovering most of it, maybe not most of it, but lots of it is just broken. So many of the INPs we've tried and we cannot play back because you need not only obscure older MAME versions you can't find anymore today, but you also need sometimes older ROMs
ROM
and older
sets.
ROM sets. Yeah, exactly. So it's pretty hard to play back some of them. Others, it's just impossible. So
Yep.
we will try our best. And by we, I say Pearl. Basically, he does all the work. Basically, trying
Yeah.
to play back these ancient things.
Yeah.
And some for today we had planned they don't work, but we have found 2 that do work and hopefully will not desync. And I think there are 2 good picks.
No, I'll even quickly run through and remove all the NVRAM to make sure there is 0 chance of a desync.
Perfect.
Pretty good. That's pretty good.
All right. So, shall we start the first replay? Should I put the text on screen? Give everyone what it is?
Go for it.
All right. First replay is
Here comes the
G-Darius version 2 by the player Archer you might know from Ibarra from 2004 of October.
I was 4 years old at this point.
Yeah. It's an old one.
It's very, very old.
I was already playing shmups.
So this is also on MAME 0.87, which makes it very annoying to work.
Nice.
Took me like seven presses to actually get it to work.
It's also very nice to showcase version 2, considering that this version is going to be applied on the newest update for Cosmic Revelation on PS4 and Nintendo Switch.
Yeah, and a quick thing to bring up is that this version of MAME does not support the music, so I'll have to add it in myself with extra tracks. So let's
Yeah, here comes the Spotify playlist, huh?
Yep.
Oh, by the way, guys, friendly reminder, Suntata is actually in Spotify, so you want to listen to any of the Darius, Space Invaders, Group Coaster soundtracks, they are actually on Spotify, so you can enjoy them.
I don't know when
So
to start the stage 1 theme, so I'll start as soon as the gameplay starts.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
So should I start explaining the differences in version 2?
Yeah, sure.
So first of all, this game actually has rapid fire bars already all built in. The first version doesn't have it, as you can see. Those C button is auto firing. I think it's 50 Hz. The speed is also adjusted. You are gonna see some pretty weird speed changes that you are probably thinking is emulation issues. No, that's how the game actually works on PCB. All of the bosses don't have milking as before because there's timers. There's also going to be a couple of zone changes because they finally added some mid bosses, the captains, on the middle of those zones. So essentially the game is completely different. As I like to call this an arrange mode, essentially, because it's pretty different to play.
And from what I've heard, it's much harder than the original as well, right? So boss attacks and all that is just all much more difficult.
Yeah, it's much harder. In fact, right now it seems like pretty normal G-Darius if you play it right now. But very soon you're going to start seeing some noticeable differences. Number one, you're a person that really likes to see things. You are going to see that enemies are firing quite a bit more, either to say, compared to other G-Darius versions, per se. So, in this part, in the version 2, there was no Capitan, which is actually called just First Capitan. Nice. It's gonna appear after this little fishy. Yeah, that also helps for the score. So, other thing that this Darius game, this is for both version 1 and version 2 added. Yeah, there you go, First Capitan, not available on version 1. Is that the Great Balls actually have scoring mechanics. If you try to grab it while it's on your back of the ship, you had a higher chance to get the matching value, which wasn't on other Darius games up to this point. They were completely RNG. So, yeah, more scoring. And here comes the best part of G-Darius, which is essentially the Alpha Beam, it's called. Each time you kill enemies and chains with this, you get multipliers. The first one is 2, then it starts increasing 4, 6, 8, and 12. The only times you get to 12 is with 2 specific bosses, which are Queen Fossil and Fire Fossil, but everyone else gets up to 8. So we're on Eclipse Eye, which is the first boss in the game. And right away, yeah, the boss is very fast. Like,
oh, and really here we see the timer as well.
Oh, yeah, there's timer to avoid the milking.
Oh yeah, it looks very different.
This is much faster.
Yeah, it's much faster. So there's lots more bullets, there's a timer, the boss is incredibly faster. Yeah, there's just differences ever since you get here.
So the thing is with version 2 of G-Darius, it was an official release, but I think it was very limited and never had a home port of some sort, and I think it will be ported very soon for the first time, so this is a good way to promote maybe version 2 if you want to check it out.
It's pretty good timing with this.
Yeah, it is. And what I've also been reading, I mean, why did Taito put out this version in the first place? And I think they just wanted to cash in. Because when you look at the default settings for version 2, you realize that the default actually is 2 coins for 1 credit. So it's a complete rip-off. You get a more difficult game and you have to pay more. And it was very frustrating to players. And the story goes that people were so frustrated with it, and it was such a commercial disaster that Taito decided to not put out any more Darius games. So they put the series on hold for the next 13 years or something.
All because of this damn version.
Yeah, as you can see, Plasmo saved harder in what a good timing. So this is some Gamma, which is all down zone basically. You are seeing missiles. Those are not in the original version, and they are very hard to kill in this power level. So yeah, you are paying more to get missiles in your face, essentially.
Also, a thing I want to point out, since you can probably hear the music playing, this is just added in post. This version of MAME doesn't support it, so this is what it sounds like for us. Just completely silent, you know, just sound effects, awful, just repeating sound effects as well, because early versions of MAME have bugs with the sound effects, and they like to just repeat infinitely. So, let's put the music back on. Yeah,
I mean, you can call it awful, but you can also call it atmospheric.
Atmospheric?
Yeah,
I was thinking about that. It's a feature, yes. Alright, so we are right now at second boss. This is Queen Fossil. This is going to be another pretty funny change. So, this is one of my favorite levels on the game, actually, because when I was 13, 12, when I first played the game, I was like, hey, where's the zone? And that is like, oh, the boss is so huge, he's actually the other half of the level. So it's going for Zone E, which is the best for score. And yeah, very sped up. Like, I cannot believe this is this fast. There's no timer still because the bot hasn't really activated yet. So we just need to kill first the half of the boss, basically. He's going to try to mill all of this with the enemies, because when you capture enemies and you kill things with that captured enemy, you get a +2 counter. So you need to try to kill the enemies with that captured enemy, basically. Sorry,
it's so fast, dude.
And this is how it actually runs on PCB. Like, this is not an emulation issue.
Oh my god!
I know a lot of people. I know a lot of people is thinking, no, this cannot be real. Like, the game runs this fast. No, it actually runs like this on an actual PCB.
Yeah, this is full speed.
Yeah.
Damn. Like, it reminds me a little bit of these no slowdown mods of old SNES games.
Oh yeah.
This is basically what it is.
The R-Type one in the Gradius 3.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, first change for Queen Fossil that I want to point out. When you get to Zone E, this should not be the part that you are getting. This is the Zone F pattern. So you are getting first to the harder part of the boss to then try to kill it. So yeah, just a harder game overall.
This shit looks really fierce for this early in the game.
Oh yeah.
This is extremely fierce. So these lasers are pretty easy to handle. The thing is that your mid-boss can't get killed through it. What a lot of people do is, if they know they're close to be killed, they just make a laser and try to kill everything with it. Oh, this is how the Zone E should actually start.
You're getting more bang for your buck, you get both of them in one.
Hey!
There you go.
And then their G-Darius doesn't have to see you playing half an hour of milking, huh?
Oh, he's going for the beam.
Yeah, he's going for the size extra large, boy.
The quadruple alpha beam. Oh man.
I'm a fireman laser.
Pretty good.
Such a satisfying effect as well.
Yeah.
I really love this game, like, a lot. I'm very excited for version 2 finally being able to be playable on something that's not main, basically.
Alright, stage 3.
Yeah. Also, on this part too, some of the zone orders were changed. Like, the first two stages are the same, but this should be the upper zone, not the down zone. This should be a zone for the boss called Absolute Defender, which is, in my opinion, the hardest boss in the game.
Oh damn. I like the presentation when he shows up. It's so epic.
The game tries to be very cinematic, with all of these reflections of PlayStation polygons, you know, that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah, I love the polygons, honestly. I love the PS1 era 3D.
Hey, Warpy boy!
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to admit that I'm not too fond of it. I know that I'm probably alone on that, but yeah, I don't know. Early 3D graphics is not my cup of tea.
I kind of enjoy them when you try to beat this kind of situations with G-Darius, like, oh, it's not trying to be pretty low-key, they're more trying for a presentation-wise, like, oh, yeah, this is happening.
Yeah. I mean, the game is so good and the presentation is so spot on that I don't really mind the graphics. That would usually not appeal to me that much. So I can enjoy the game a lot still.
Yeah. This is a game that actually makes me realize that I started to study design thanks to this, because it's like, who came with this? With all this imagination for all of the things that happen in the background and everything, it's like, it's beautiful. I really, really enjoy it. So we got a third Capitan, which I forgot to mention something. Every Capitan has a secret command, which is a fighting game input. Sometimes they are very good. For example, the second Capitan is very, very nice. Then we have this one, which is not very good. Not a lot of people use it, not even me. So, do you see that little? How you can call it? Give me a second. Do you see the little fin on the fish?
Yeah.
He just throws it. That's it.
That's it?
You make a Shoryuken effect for that, yeah.
It's pretty cool.
It's probably the most useless Captain
It probably looks cool, but I imagine it's not very effective at all.
No, because for example, the other ones throw a lot of lasers and flames and everything, and he's like, "Oh yeah, speed."
It's like it's like the Zone B and C captains in Darius Gaiden with auto fire.
Yeah, they don't do anything at all or something.
Yeah, they just shoot one bullet.
Yeah, they're like, "Oh, I'm tired, boy. Next time." Haha.
I mean, all the captains in Darius Gaiden are pretty much useless, I would say, and I think in G-Darius they tried to make them a little bit more effective, and they have achieved to some extent to make
They
them.
are.
Yeah.
They are a little bit more effective because their hitbox can literally kill and annihilate every single enemy in the game, except bosses, obviously. But they are at least achieving something, and they are cool to use. In Darius Gaiden, the only thing why people is so scared of losing them is because points, you know. But essentially, they are not worth anything else.
Well, here's another very small difference. You can see that it says during the cutscene, skip, just push button, and I think you had to press the start button in version 1, and you can press any button in version 2 to skip the cutscenes.
Yeah.
But we're not going to do that because they look so cool.
Yeah.
They are.
Oh my god.
According to what I remember from the lore, just a little.
Oh my god.
Fact.
Holy fuck! What is this?
So this boss, it's not even wanted for the Belgars. With the Belgars are the bad guys. Not even those guys wanted. That's why he destroyed that ship. So for destroying this boss, you need to first destroy that little thing that he has on his chin. Then you can damage it a little bit, but because he regenerates that so fast, it's not worth it to try to throw a laser or something.
Oh damn.
This is when the game actually is like, hey, you are taking too much in the cabinet, get out already.
This is when it tells you to get good or get off.
These lasers, dude.
Tidal lasers, we like to call them.
Oh, he's taking it.
Holy shit, looks beautiful. I'm pretty hyped for the route because the player is choosing, as you can see, the Omicron route, which means great thing. Well, soon.
Yep.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I love this where he just circles around.
Yeah, he's like,
Very
come at
good.
me, bro. Oh.
Whoa.
Jesus.
Yeah. These lasers are actually completely RNG. There's no way to tell where he's throwing them, by the way.
Now go for the laser kill, probably. Yeah.
He's probably gonna first get the Alpha Beam as maximum and then try to destroy that, try to kill it.
Yep.
Yeah, he did it.
Very nice.
So how big is the bonus anyway? It is 10k per remaining second?
Yep.
Or what?
10k per second.
Okay. So that's a significant bonus.
That's how Tidal got rid of the milking, huh? But you're sitting on a timer that also affects score.
So the score will be a surprise to all of us.
Yeah, only I know it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you have to spoily.
I've had to play through these runs multiple times to make sure they play back correctly. That's why I don't include the score in the text, because no one else knows it but me.
Nice.
Yes, which is very good. I'd also
Yeah,
kinda...
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I'm also pretty excited to see what the score is going to be, because Omicron Zone always means high numbers, yummy yummy.
Oh yeah. Yeah, what I wanted to say was that just a quick note on the skill level we can expect from these replays from the crypt. So they will not be like world record class level, don't expect something like that, but they will be very good scoring, very competent players. So they will be definitely all above average, and of course they will be clear, so if we have any 2-loop games, they will be a 2-loop clear. So yeah, definitely above average, but maybe not world class. But for this game in particular, I mean, G-Darius version 2, hardly any resources exist at all. I mean, if you search for it, you will maybe find 1 or 2 replays, and that's about it. And hardly anyone is scoring this, because survival alone is pretty insane already. And the player here, Archer, he's a well-known scoring player.
Yep.
He has a couple of world records. You've mentioned Ibarra before. I think he's still holding the Ibarra world record, and he has a Dimahu world record as well. He got the counter stop at Kati. So
Oh, nice.
Oh,
yeah,
really?
very
That's very
competent
good.
player. Very long history of playing games on a very high level. So it's cool
Yeah,
to
he's-
see how he was doing actually in 2004.
Yeah, he was playing the version that nobody liked in G-Darius version 2, huh? I
Yeah,
really want to try out this one.
This game never had an official record-keeping history in Gamers and Arcadia. They never kept track of scores for this game because it was probably never really that much available. Maybe similar to Batsugan special version.
Yeah,
So-
and maybe
Yeah.
something like Cyvern Special Mode or whatever it was. Cyvern Special.
Oh, this one, yeah.
Like just like
I
a
remember.
super limited run PCB, I imagine wouldn't be tracked correctly.
Yeah, the thing I
Cyber
play with
actually even available on MAME by now?
No, that board's
No.
never been dumped.
Holy shit.
And I'm not sure if it ever will.
Oh, the side IO curse, man.
I mean, there's less info about Cyvern Special than GDP Blue.
Yeah, because people
Wow.
care about GDP, but
Yeah.
they don't care about.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You got it.
I mean,
Yeah.
we even got a VHS for DDP Blue, isn't it?
Yeah, we have.
Yeah, that's one replay, or basically two replays on the same tape for GDP Blue. And there is also a tape for Cyvern Special, but only one replay, and that's all we ever get to see of that
Oh.
game. It's lucky.
Jesus.
Oh, these things are really
Okay,
fast
so
already.
yeah, we are
Oh.
on a general triangle. I consider this boss a little easy. The thing is that you cannot try to speed kill this or you're gonna fail very, very badly.
Also seems he has like barely any shield left as well.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
he has only one.
Oh,
Only one
one.
left and then... Yeah, only one. He's trying to use the captain to protect him. The captains can also protect you from bullets. There's just a little that doesn't do piercing. All of those are no, but everything else can be protected for you. So yeah, like those little yellow lasers, they cannot protect you from the captain.
Oh yeah, you guys can also hear the alarm going off over and over and over.
Yeah, that's just how MAME works, huh?
Yeah, that's just how
You-
old versions of MAME work for this game.
So
This is
the
why,
player, was he playing with the alarm on the whole time?
Yeah.
Was that how he played the game?
Yep.
Amazing. Like that's what I call a super play.
Because if
What
I
a chat.
recall, old versions of MAME, if you just disable the sound, there's a high chance it will desync if you try playing it with sound on. So, sound here is on. So he played this way.
Damn. And I thought me playing PlayStation 1 games on a Pentium 3 was already madness.
Yeah. You don't know pain until you see old MAME.
I mean, you already have in pain making this to work, so...
Oh yeah. Getting all this to work has been an interesting experience.
to say the least, yeah.
Yeah.
So it looks like the timer is running out here, or what's happening?
Oh yeah,
He has
he's
to kill the boss.
He's mostly trying to kill the boss with the Hyper Beam. That's why he's not really trying to do anything else.
Yeah.
But this means that the timer is going to run out a little bit faster because he needs to wait to the boss to activate it.
Yeah.
So basically the boss has this time limit, but you still can't kill it quicker because you want to wait for the beams.
Mostly, yeah, because you are getting a plus 12 or something for the bosses, like plus 8, something like that. So
Yeah, exactly. So that's kind of weird then, because balance-wise, because you would normally want to maybe kill it quick to get a better remaining bonus, but when you have to wait for the laser, this makes no sense to do. So you have to kill it at the same time every time anyway.
Yeah, it's a bit weird, huh?
it's a bit weird, but I can probably start experimenting with this version a little bit more when it gets on my hands, because I'm very interested to see what can you do. Like, is it better to just speed kill it? Like, doesn't matter how many lasers you get from it, or is it better to just kill it this way or something like this? Because as you pointed out, it's not very good in balance wise. I just think that title added the timer just to get rid of the milking. And yeah, we're on Omicron Zone, which is
Jeez,
the more cinematic stage.
Those Zaka bolts are so fast.
Yeah. Such a beautiful stage.
And he still only has one hit left too.
Yeah, he hasn't got hit, which oh yeah, he still has it.
Yeah, he still has the shield. He didn't take a single hit, that boss.
Damn. And he's on no miss too, right?
Yep.
Is there some kind of life bonus at the end?
Yep.
Oh yeah, I think it's 1 million for life.
One
think
million,
so, yeah.
that's good.
He has no shield left.
I don't remember. These are like version 1 values. I don't know if they change it in version 2. Because I know the differences, as I pointed out, that again is extremely more harder and more weird compared to the other version you are used to. But I not really sure how the score multiplier thing works.
I think they haven't changed those.
I think
but
so.
will.
There is a big whale.
Yeah, there's the big whale.
He protects, he attacks, but most importantly, he kills your coins.
Most importantly, he gives you points.
So yeah, there's a little bit of that there, and then again it's like, whoa, how are you?
Yeah, this captain doesn't look completely useless. He has some attacks.
Yeah,
Does
he
indeed
has.
have an attack.
He indeed attacks Plasmo. Indeed.
Oh, I actually really love those laser cannons.
Yeah, those
They're
are cool.
super cool.
Yeah. There you go. That's the example of taking the gray ball with the back, and you get the 51.2k bonus for each one of them.
Oh,
Oh, that was an unhappy grey ball.
that's a sad one.
Yeah, that was a pretty sad one. Another thing that I want to point out, if you haven't played G-Darius, there's those gold enemies that do a tit kind of sound. You cannot capture them. Some of them can be destroyed first, that little shield. Others simply cannot be taken. Doesn't matter what you try. They just reflect the ball, essentially.
Just bounce
Dude, I love
back.
that. They have some sort of hanger for the mechanical fish underwater. That's so badass.
The game looks fucking amazing.
Yeah, I mean, it's so the imagination that went into producing this is just
It's so pretty. I
Beyond.
love this game.
Yeah, you can hear the little dinging sound, ticking sound.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
little-
how fast those aim shots are. It's ridiculous.
Oh, by the way, this is probably the only Darius game that I can think of right now that wave is not useless. Where getting
So-
max power is actually good.
Alright, last boss. I was playing the wrong.
Last boss.
I was playing the wrong song on the stage.
And here comes the
Damn it.
start of the boss, which is already like, hey, get out. Someone wants to play the game
These
already.
are massive.
Oh, the timer starts at 420.
Yeah,
Damn.
Dude.
that's how you know it's a great thing. It's gonna last you forever.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's a great thing.
So yeah, great thing it's special in version 2 from what I can see right now.
Oof.
Oh, distracting.
To say the least, yeah.
So these turrets, they have some crazy base values, as far as I can
missiles?
remember.
No, the little turrets on its upper part, yeah, they are the main mechanic of Omicron Zone scoring.
Oh, okay. My
Players
mistake.
sometimes... No, doesn't worry. Doesn't
Holy
matter.
shit,
In version 1, people actually even suicides to get more capture balls to continue milking those. That's how crazy values they have.
oh damn.
They rather lose a life but continue milking them.
I know that the missiles also have a pretty high value too.
Yeah, like most parts of this boss are actually very high values. I think there's also actually a world record replay for version 1 available on YouTube if you just set up G-Darius version 1. And most of the milking, like most of the parts of the scoring strats are like, oh yeah, I'm milking great thing, essentially.
Yeah, it's very high scoring replay. I don't think it's a world record, but I think it's close,
It-
very close.
It was, but it already
Yeah, it
got
was.
broken
Yeah, it
now.
was.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was
Oh, yeah.
from one of those ancient VHS tapes.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
going for
Yeah,
the kill.
yeah.
Oh no, he's not.
Yeah, he's just using the multiplier.
Right.
Yeah, he's trying to damage it as much as possible, and then he will try to kill it, I suppose.
I'm not sure when he gets the kill. I actually forget.
Let's make it a surprise to see how the score ends then.
Yeah.
Because great thing on a multiplayer is very, very high value.
Yeah.
Looks like he's going for now, maybe. Oh, he gets one of those turrets. Oh, fucked it up.
Oh. Yeah, that was pretty sad. That could have been a pretty nice score bump.
Yeah, I wonder how milking Great Thing plays out with the timer. I mean, you probably still want to go for an extended milk. Maybe go for as much as you can. So this will be interesting to follow when it comes out on port. Oh, there's a big laser.
Yeah,
Cool.
that's
254. Nice
that's
one.
a huge laser.
Look at this bonus. So he got like 6 million, 5 or 6 million, just from the box.
Approximately? Yeah,
And
well,
now let's take a look at the end bonus.
yeah, this was pretty interesting considering how difficult the game looks.
Ah. I see.
Oh, you also get counters. No, more like bonus for
Almost
each
34
counter
million.
that you do.
Nice.
34 is not bad considering how version 2 works. I mean, most of the scores I've been seeing for version 2 are like 35, 32, so this is pretty high.
Yeah. And there's ACR.
There you go, the Ibarra player, huh?
There's just no default scores in this version. That's funny. Alright.
So
I
this
have
is-
played it.
I think the first scoring replay for this route at all, like nothing exists. So for Omicron on version 2, this is the very first replay you've just seen.
Great.
I think so.
Yep.
That's pretty good.
There's still sound effects because, you know, old meme, haha, funny.
Old Wayne, haha, funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was G-Darius by Archer. Let's move on. Oh, there goes the stream. Oh well. And next up is going to be Strikers 1945 2 by the player Sportsman with a 2-all with the ship Mosquito, done on March 17th, 2005. Let me get the playback going.
I just want to point out I actually hate mosquitoes in real life, by the way.
I hate them.
I like them passionately.
What the hell?
What is wrong with
What's
you?
wrong with you?
Just wanted to utter an unpopular opinion.
Plasmo
Alright.
wants to feel. Huh?
So we were
So,
going to get
yeah.
a Strikers 1945 replay, but regardless of what I tried, it would repeatedly desync. But as a backup, we got this replay instead.
Yeah, let's see how this one goes. Couple of words on the player, Sportsman. You probably do not remember. I've heard this name last time at least 15 years ago, so 2005 sounds right. I think he's from China, and I remember the name from STG Club, which was the leading site for arcade games with a focus on shmups for Chinese players. So the Chinese scene was pretty big back then, had some arcades left, but they also had a very strong scene online, sharing IMPs for MAME, and I remember this name popping up very frequently, Sportsman.
I like how the,
And especially for Strikers games and other Psycho games, China is very strong, so that's like the one series of games they play the most, I would say. The Strikers games are incredibly popular in China.
I didn't know that this type of games were very popular in China. That's pretty interesting, actually.
Yeah, they loved the Strikers. I think it's mainly because the PCBs were so widely available.
oh yeah, and very cheap
And you
too.
can, yeah, and there are like tons of bootlegs around, so they can just afford it easily, put it in the arcade, and then people will just play it and get good at it. and then play it at home on crappy MAME versions in 2005, and so we end up here.
So this is MAME 0.95, a bit newer than the Darius run, but you know, it's still very old. This is a very old version of MAME.
Isn't this still like very Windows XP era kind of
Oh
thing?
yeah, this isn't too much newer than the Darius one. Maybe a few months older, newer.
So Plasmo, what the story you just told me is basically what happened here in Mexico, which is was like, oh yeah, we got cheap Neo Geos with cheap bootleg cars, and then everyone started loving KOF, and yeah, cheap Blazing Star
Neo
car.
Geo was big in Mexico, right?
It still is. It is still is. Like there's still people contact me. Hey, do you have Neo Geos in sale, bro?
I think it's the same in Brazil, and South America in general, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. You get a King of Fighters card, you automatically have beer for the weekend.
Oh hell yeah! So just like the last run, I'm the only one that knows the result of this run because, as you would probably expect, like, you know, for replays to be uploaded, there would be notes about them, you know, that explains, like, you know, if it's a 2-all or the end score, like lives remaining. Not really. These don't really have any description. The only real description you can find usually is in the file name itself. It might have the actual score listed, but just like the last runs, I'm the only one that knows the actual result of this run, and it'll be secret till the end.
So let's talk a little bit about the game. Your typical Psycho game. So you have 2 loops, you have fast bullets, and that's what we're gonna see. So 2 loops with 8 stages each. The first 4 of which are in not a fixed order, so they tend to be a little bit more difficult sometimes, even especially in the loop. So 2-1 to 2-4 are very difficult usually, and then it goes a little bit down in difficulty, and then it goes up again towards the end. And the player here is choosing the Mosquito, as we've mentioned before, and this is quite a difficult chip to use. It's a little bit on the slower side, I would say, and it has not the best range because the main shot is kind of straightforward, and the missiles, the smaller ones you see, they're also straightforward, nothing homing or something like that. And the special attack also straightforward, so you have to aim a lot. And usually when you have this playstyle, you want to have a fast chip, but it's a slow one. So
yeah, you kind of got both negatives.
Yeah.
It's essentially Type A of Dodon Punching, but with a Type C speed, which doesn't seem very fun to play as.
Basically. So you have to learn the layout of the game and enemy design patterns and this very well.
Yep, a lot of point blanking as well will happen in this replay too.
So you're telling me this essentially becomes Gradius, a memorization game. Why am I not playing this then?
Yeah, play this one. It's a good one.
Psycho games are very memorization heavy.
Yep. In terms of resources, especially for the Mosquito, there's not too much. The former world record holder has uploaded his routes, so they are available. But other than that, you will not see too many other, especially 2-all clears. And I think we can spoil this much. This will be a 2-all clear.
Yeah, it says in the text.
Yeah.
Oh, well, then.
I wonder.
Then
it's
no spoilers. Yeah, then just hope it will not desync.
No, I already played it back before.
All right.
There's no
Perfect.
desync.
Perfect.
Nice.
What you would usually expect from scoring in Strikers 90-45-2 nowadays is these suicide strats. So if you've ever watched the Stunfest runs by Saito-san, you will have seen that, especially in the early stages, the players will suicide after the boss has blown up. So you will get some bonus items without actually losing a life. There's this exploit going on. But I don't think at this time, I mean, we're talking 2005, I don't think it was known yet outside of Japan. I think they were already doing it in Japan, but nothing of this technique was really in use in other countries. They have only very recently put these strategies in. I think mostly
There's that, huh?
because of the Stunfest replay, maybe even. But yeah, but definitely not at this time around. 2005 is very early.
So, Ant1 is asking in chat where the replay is found. Do you mind just quickly going over the whole thing? Or like maybe like a quick sentence or two?
Oh, where we got them?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we find the crypt, the ancient crypt, online. It's a website that should be offline, but for some reason is still online, and it holds over 500 IMPs, and most of them are problematic to play back. Some of them are broken. For others, you need old MAME versions or old ROM set versions and stuff like that. But yeah, you can still get lucky and find some good replays in there. It is a Japanese website, but it holds replays from at least Japan, China, and Korea.
Yeah, like most parts of Asia and things like that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, yeah, that big myth that Japanese players are not using MAME. I mean, maybe
I
you
mean,
got to reconsider this. So some players really do not use MAME. That's true, but others just don't care that much. So plenty of players are using it for practice purposes. Others are playing seriously on it. I mean, the G-Darius version 2 was by a Japanese player, so that's not a big deal. It happens. It's a bit of a myth still that's going around.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish I could mention a couple of names after reading what players we got on that grave.
Yeah. Well, a lot of the replays that don't work anymore are by rather known players.
I'm still pretty sad that there was a elevator action returns counter stop. I really wish I could see that one, but yeah.
Get one of them working.
That could be pretty cool, but yeah, don't overwork on it, don't worry. Anyways, I have a lot of memories of playing Strikers back in my PS2 era, so Burning Games and Days of Sun. You guys probably remember that site?
Which song? Which site?
The ISO Zone.
Oh,
you probably
yeah,
remember
yeah,
that site? Yeah, so I
know that one.
got my memories of playing this game because it was like, oh yeah, I want to search for more shooter nostalgia games because here in Mexico, as I mentioned before, the Kingdom Fighter scene is pretty huge. I will say that's literally the only game that most people play over here. So when I go into this kind of genre, I got a PS2. Most of the games I play nowadays were because, well, I played them back then on that console, essentially. So yeah, I kind of understand what's happening right now, but I don't know how the scoring works other than the Sacco milking, as Pero mentioned before.
Was a good sweet spot there. So that's a very well-known one. People still use it today. And yeah, some very good micro dodging you basically have to do with the mosquito. So for example, for this first form of the boss, you can macro it as well if you have the speed, but you have to micro it with a mosquito.
Or if you're playing Hayata, you can safe spot it in the corner.
Yeah.
Oh, safe spots, yummy.
Yep.
Wait, it only works with the Hayate, you say?
Well, no, but it works a bit better with Hayata because I think you have a bit more damage from afar with the homing options.
Oh, yeah, you need the damage because it will only work for the first time around or something.
Yeah, or if it works for a second time around, I think it's a bit different.
Yeah, I remember. So he powered down there. I think that was a mistake, probably. We're not going to see any power down strategies and stuff like that. If you're very advanced in this game, you want to use them at one point. Oh, and if you've seen this small tank, he point blanked it. You see just how powerful those missiles are at point blank range. So when you point blank stuff with a mosquito, that's the real strength of this ship.
Yeah, that's where all your power is going to come from.
Mid-boss is basically decided on RNG. You get one or the other. There are two possibilities. This one you have to look out for the lights on top, and if both lights are simultaneously blinking, you tap once, and if first one light and then the other light is blinking, he's going for the 2 attack, and you go tap twice. So that's how you can tell. You don't even have to look at the attacks, basically just for the visual trigger of the lights.
Seems like for most of the gold bars, he's also trying to go for 2Ks, but not all of them like you saw in that previous section there. The big clump of like 10 or 12 of them, he just kind of picked all of them up instead of trying to get 10Ks.
Is there a
section
reason
in
like
particular
rank?
is notoriously difficult to pick them up at the... Oh, this is scoring technique, by the way. He spawned some extra enemies to get some more power-ups. That was clever.
Yeah, he did the same in 1-1 too.
Oh yeah, yeah. So that's some good scoring. That's advanced as well. That's not only kill all enemies. That's a bit more than that.
He powers down
Oh, and
twice
he's
again
going
here.
for some power down here as well. So he's going to Zakko milk this boss. Maybe.
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 Well,
So
he
yeah,
can't,
that's
because he will not be able to power down anymore.
yeah. So that's the thing that I was about to ask. You power down in this game to summon more Sako and milk it, essentially, right?
Yeah, you power down to make Zakos appear, and if you are very low on power, you will trigger special wave with Zakos that hold new power-up items, and those are worth 4k collected at max. But the problem with this is that once you reach a certain power level and not the maximum level, they will not give you the 4k maximum item. So what you have to do is
Oh,
be
okay,
at the
okay.
lowest power and then spawn as many Zakko waves as possible, and only then collect all the power-up items. And this is only possible in very few places in the game. I think it's like 2 or 3 places where you can actually milk not only for the Zakko enemies, but also for the power-up surplus value.
Interesting, interesting.
And also it lowers the rank to do that, am I right?
Yeah, but the thing is, once you pick up the items, the rank is immediately up again. So it's not really a way to control the
It's
game's
just maybe
rank.
like a certain strat you power down like once or something for something.
Yeah, it's mostly, I would say, only for scoring purposes. It doesn't really help that much for the rank. And also you have to consider that when you power down, you have, well, less power, and then
Yeah.
it's more difficult, even on lower rank. So I would never advise anyone to do this for survival. It's just purely an advanced scoring technique.
Yeah, like you already know
Hell,
the
that
game
was
very well.
quick.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, here's the last boss, and he's obliterating it.
Yeah.
The power of the mosquito really shines through here.
This is some
Some
serious
good
speed killing.
Yeah. I've only played with Hayate and this is really fast.
Yeah, it is.
I think I'm playing with Pancake or something because the memes, haha. But
yes.
yeah.
Alright, so that was a no-miss snow bomb loop 1 as well.
Yeah, that's pretty
as expected.
respectable, I would say. 1.4 million is not a bad score either. So I think world record class scoring would be 1.6 or something, but 1.4 is really good, especially with a mosquito.
Yep. So.
And here we have some vacation pictures.
Yep.
Happy war.
Yep, with the off-sync gold medal flashing. Alright, stage loop 2. That's where the fun begins.
Stage 1, loop 2. Yeah.
So the order
my God,
of the stage in the first loop matters because they change in difficulty, but for the second loop, fortunately, you don't have to worry about the order because, for example, the sky stage, if you get it on 2-1 or 2-4, it will be exactly the same. So that's one less thing to worry about.
Yeah, loop 2 in Seka games is like where things really start to pick up.
Oh yeah.
So you are telling me that the order where loop 2 stages appear is completely RNG and it's going to be very hellish if something goes wrong in the stage order?
Yeah, for the first loop.
Wow.
You want to, I mean, this is when you really want to go all out on scoring. You want to usually have a specific order of stages, especially for the first one, you want to have a specific one. In this game, it is Sky. You want to have Sky on stage 1, which I think is is it the default order on boot up? I forgot for this game. For some, you manipulate the order stage 1. Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
That's the first bomb there.
Yep, first bomb of the run, 2-1.
Yeah, all the bosses in the loop are just absolutely crazy. Not only that the bosses have insane bullet patterns, but the Zakko enemies that come in regularly, they can be the most pain because they shoot some revenge bullets and they can mess up patterns, the already impossible patterns. So this is quite hellish.
Like even if you had a route for some of these patterns, the Zakko could just come and fuck your day up by just spawning revenge bullets in front of you.
Yeah, they just come at you, laugh at you, and then they just get out.
It's just infinite hell.
So the first loop, you can just learn by heart, learn your route, and just stay in the sweet spots and stuff like that.
Yep.
It doesn't work in the second loop. So you can copy the first loop of a Superplay, it works to an extent. But for the second loop, nope, that's not going to work. You have to dodge, like a lot, and the bullets are so fast, it's absolutely frantic. It's a great challenge to loop any Psycho game, basically. And this one is no exception. It's on the more difficult part of things, I would say.
Alright, 2-2 boss.
The bomb bonus is 10k. So when you have a max stock, which is 9, you can pick up the bomb items for 10k, which he is not going for because he just wants to survive, basically.
We only saw this once in 2-1, picked one up for 10k.
Yeah. I mean, look at those revenge bullets. He already had to use 2 bombs. It's crazy.
There you
go. Yet another one. You can't dodge this.
Yep.
Absolutely insane game.
Man, this is some Raiden Fighters levels of very, very hellish. What?
Incredibly fast.
Look at the speed. He doesn't even attempt it. It's too much.
He just bombs it. Says fuck it.
Yeah.
Just like, you know what? I don't care. Bombs.
So unlike the first Strikers game, which has no end bonus whatsoever, you get an end bonus in Strikers 9040 in the second Strikers 9045, and the subsequent games as well. So ideally, you want to know Miss No Bomb the whole game, but yeah, that's a challenge.
Oh no, one of those.
That's a very tough ask.
Yeah, my mom told me I should go back to home, so no thank you. Next time probably. Oh my god, this...
It's so fast. Oh my god.
They feel like... I always have this thinking of when Tetris gets too hard, the pieces don't seem to fall, they just seem to appear from the back. And this is how literally it feels right now.
Yep.
So this boss, the opening is completely ridiculous. Well, yeah, he has to bomb.
He just bombs.
Bombs is when you bomb, you see those helper planes coming out, and when there are too many bullets on screen, these helper planes will get shot as well. They will get killed. So the boss will break through your bomb helper planes and still will try to kill you then.
Yeah.
So even a bomb cannot rescue you sometimes.
It's like Twin Hawk.
Yeah, exactly.
This game scoring is very risky. Every single way. Oh damn it.
Yeah. Not only do you have to know Miss No Bomb, you have to get all the 2k gold.
Yeah, this is the hardest stage of the loop. The city stage.
Oh yeah, I remember seeing this.
Yeah, what you will see here, he will take out the turrets that appear on the ground. He will take them out with his special as soon as possible for the first part, and then second is fine, and then we will see the bigger turrets, and this section is the most difficult. I expect 2 or maybe 3 bombs here because it's absolutely impossible, this section. Yeah,
there's a good one.
Oh, that one on the right. 2 bombs.
And you see here the helper planes, they will actually get killed by the turrets.
Yep.
So it's still so dangerous even after the bomb.
I wonder why.
Too many bullets. Insane.
Okay, so boss time.
Oh yeah, I love the circling you do on this boss at the start.
Yeah, you can
very satisfying.
Manipulate it a little bit.
Yeah, particularly with Mosquito speed is very, very satisfying to watch.
Right. 1 bomb left.
Use it now.
I was about to say, this seems fine, but then he starts shooting and he's like, nope, this is not fine.
Oh my god.
He's out of bounds now.
How do you even dodge this?
Oh. First death of the run.
You can't.
Nice safety bomb there.
Yeah.
Alright, one more.
Oh, so the Electric Underground, hello, is asking, what side of the war are you in Strikers 2?
The good side? I don't know.
You're the good guys, yeah?
I would assume.
I think it's the human side against the aliens. That's World War II, is it?
Close enough.
Yeah?
Ooh. I like that, going right in between them. Right in between the turrets.
So in Loop 2, if you get close enough to enemies, will they continue shooting? Because I remember this being a thing in Psycho games. If you get close enough to them, they don't shoot, or am I wrong?
There is bullet
Yeah,
stealing.
that's correct. When you point back some of the stuff, at least, especially the ground turrets and those, they
yeah.
will stop shooting. But for airborne enemies, it does not work. So they will shoot regardless. But here, especially for the boss here, you saw some some bullet sealing going on. Some crazy patterns here, and no bombs left.
Yeah, last bomb. Thankfully, that
Ooh,
boss
that
dies
was
like
quick.
super
Very
quick.
quick.
Wow.
Yeah.
Absolutely evil crab, yes.
Just doesn't even want to try the 2Ks, just gets them at 200 value.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
whatever.
Oh yeah, this that house, their bullets are so fast.
You don't even see them. Man, some of these spatters I'm not even able to keep it up.
You can get a few more of those brown enemies, depending on how quick you kill them.
Ah, there's more depending on how quick you kill?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fucking cool.
And they are
these
worth
things.
quite a bit.
Oh.
Yeah, for this turret, as we've seen in the first loop already, I think we're gonna see some misdirecting of bullets because
Yeah, you
Yeah,
can't do this
that-
otherwise.
Yeah, imagine
Great.
dodging that.
You
That
avoid
would be very
killing
funny.
those because they would shoot revenge bullets back at them.
Yeah, and this one is a funny part because the safe spot it still works, but when you kill stuff, the suicide bullets they will be directly aimed at you.
Yep, and it's a 5-way.
Yeah, it's a 5-way, so it will hit you.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, you can see the Zaku here causing problems.
Oh yeah. Oh, there
This
was
is a
some
good
very
example.
good dodging that way.
That was a queen. Days, yeah.
Holy fuck! How? He should have been dead. That was
Jesus Christ.
inacceptable.
This is not a super play, this is a real task. How the fuck people
This
play
is gaming.
this?
Oh my god!
And takes a
Is
power
that
no.
actually a route? That was planned? That's
That's
insane.
very good. Alright, 2-7.
It still has no bombs. I wanna
And
see
you
how
can
that
also
works.
see the transition effects on that stage are broken in this version of MAME as well.
Hey bro, parallax scrolling, when? Can you Super Nintendo do that?
Nope. Yeah.
Not the point blank here.
Kill that thing as soon as possible, it's hell.
I mean, the king is already hell.
Yeah, but that tank is like lightning fast.
Yeah, for some reason this tank in particular has tons of health. Oh, and he gets the same the
Same
shield
mid-boss.
mid-boss again. So when you take a look now at the top, the lights that are blinking, you can see either it's 1, 2, or it is 2 together.
Oh, these patterns are like completely different in the second loop.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Right? Nice.
Alright, we have another little tank coming up. Uses a charge to just get rid of it right away.
So many gold bars.
No,
Oh, he
he's
cares about
dropping
a
them.
little bit.
Oh,
No, no.
oh
No.
no.
Okay, that's fair anyway. I should have died a long time ago anyway. I don't think I will be able to keep up these kind of loops. I mean, I play very masochist games like high loop Gradius and everything, but this is just another level.
Yeah, it's insanely difficult,
Oof.
this one.
Really fast aim bullets. Alright, 2-7 boss. Here he comes.
This is one of the very few games where bombing doesn't make you feel bad, actually.
Well, until you start scoring at a really high level, then you will.
Then it's like, no, I bombed, reset.
So 2-7 boss isn't too bad and not too different compared to the first loop boss.
Just a little bit
You will
speedy, but
use pretty
yeah.
much the same strategies more or less, as you can see. So, and of course no Zaku enemies are flying in, so that's a huge plus. So for 2-6, 2-7 and 2-8 boss, no Zaku enemies are flying in, so those are more static as the other ones. But of course, in the loop they have much more difficult patterns.
Yeah, they are like more speedy, more lightning fast. Yeah.
Alright, last stage.
Alright.
2-8.
This is a type of stages where I always keep saying the arcade operator is like, get out of the arcade already. People wants to play.
Oh, you got one of them.
Oh, hey, at least
Alright,
hey,
for the mid boss.
better than nothing.
Again, the mid boss is very static, even in the loop, so shouldn't be too much trouble. The patterns haven't really changed compared to the first loop, and no Zaku enemies, as you can see, so this is a bit of a breather, I would say, and then it goes on to the last stretch.
Yep.
Yeah, and also got a bomb, so that should help, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, resources look good for clear.
Yeah, there goes the bomb.
Yeah. Alright, one bomb,
And the
one
boss
life.
is very tight for positioning. The safe spots are generally all there, but much tighter to execute. So even if it doesn't look like he's dodging a lot, those spots are difficult to get in. But fortunately, no Zaku enemies, so this helps a lot.
As well, with probably a very fast kill. Holy.
Oh
that
my
was
God.
so fast.
Oh, quick.
This is not able to other ships. My
This
God.
is the most difficult form, by the way.
Yeah.
This is a very tricky one. And final can be tricky as well.
Yeah, let's bomb. Let's just be safe.
So I'm surprised just how powerful the mosquito actually is if you point blank or if you use the special.
There we go.
Didn't expect.
Yeah,
Nice.
One life
if
left.
you manage to if you manage the speed, you actually get something special on the power.
2.7.
Oh, just all A's.
Yeah, just
Perfect.
all A's.
Thank you, sportsman.
He's tired. He just wants to get out. He's like, oh yeah, bye.
All right. Any closing words?
This was a lot of fun, actually.
Yeah, we have over 500 replays to go. This will probably be a regular thing.
Yeah. Yeah, like maybe I don't know about 100% weekly, but you know, like maybe weekly, bi-weekly, every now and then.
Yeah.
But expect
Yeah.
some good runs, hopefully.
Yeah, so the era will stay the same, early 2000s. All the games of, all the INPs, all the replays are from that era. Let's see what players will show up next. Maybe some familiar names, maybe some unknown names.
Yeah.
Long retired names, and for games, we pretty much have the whole arcade library at our hands, so we will take some good picks. Next time, next or the week after, we will again, I think, watch 2 replays if it's not too long.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was a lot of fun.
think-
Looking forward to the next one.
I think
I
2
we can
replays
probably,
per is good because it's like an hour or so each one.
yeah, probably. I can probably recommend some old games like Salamander 2. I don't know, Arva Lester. You know, good games. Yeah.
Yeah, good games.
Yeah, good games.
Yeah, we can all dig through it and pick some stuff out for the next one. I already have a few
I
that
just
I've
love.
tested personally.
I just love how you mentioned Arva Lester and Plasmo automatically don't say anything.
He's just done.
I actually wanted to ask, maybe the viewers have the same question, how these replays will appear maybe on YouTube, or will they stay on Twitch, or what are we going to do with them?
If you guys want, I can upload them on my channel. I don't have a problem.
Yeah, could probably export them, or I could record them myself.
Yeah.
In good quality and just kind of upload them as is.
Yeah, because one thing that's really important to me, when we have discovered all these ancient replays, I want to preserve them and make them available as resources, because as I've said before, the crypt should be offline. It should be taken offline 15 years ago. It's still on.
Yeah.
and we have to archive those replays. It's very good resources in my opinion. So yeah.
Yeah, particularly knowing how the players were playing something like I was not expecting the Ibarra world record holder to be playing G-Darius version 2, for example.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of
Yeah.
Darius stuff we can go over.
Let's go.
All right. I think
All
that's
right,
it.
guys.
Thanks for watching, everyone.
Thanks for watching.
See ya.